Meeting as of now, we don't have a chairperson, so I'm going to ask for a nomination for a chairperson for 2026.
I'll nominate Loretta Wilhite for
Were
chair.
you thinking about it?
Yeah.
I was thinking. And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, guys. So now I'll start the meeting. Okay, this is our reorganization meeting, so we need a nomination for a vice chair. And last year we had Brian.
I'll make a nomination and vote for Brian as vice chairman.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint a liaison to the road department.
I'll nominate Brian for that.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint a liaison to administration.
I'll nominate Loretta Wilhite.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint a liaison to municipal services.
I'll nominate Brian.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint the township representative to Northern Regional Police Department.
I'll nominate Loretta.
And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint township representative, let me see, I missed one, the alternate to Northern Regional.
I'll nominate Brian.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint the township representative to York Adams Tax Bureau.
I'll nominate John.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. That's one I don't want, John. Okay, motion to appoint an alternate.
I'll make a motion nominate Loretta.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint a township representative to the York County Planning Commission.
I'll nominate John.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion to appoint township representative to the Local Government Advisory Committee.
I'll nominate John.
I'll second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion to appoint township representative to York County Solid Waste Authority.
I'll nominate John.
And I'll second. All in favor, say aye. Okay, great. Got through that pretty quick. The agenda looked pretty long, but people were saying we're going to be here for hours, but I think we'll be able to move through it pretty quickly. Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
And I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the previous minutes, that's of December the 2nd, 2025. Did everybody get a chance to review?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve previous minutes.
And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, at this time, we'll recognize the public. We did have a sign-in sheet for comments, and we have Melissa Meter.
Meter.
There she is. Give your name and address, please.
It's also on the paper.
It just says Doug Road.
Oh, 1995, Joe.
Okay.
Melissa Meter. So I have a question on where can I find or review the policies or procedures for the township, specifically about the appointment of liaisons, volunteers, township representatives? Is that something that is available to the public, or do I have to do a formal request?
It really isn't any policy for it. It's a position that's available, and one of the supervisors has to take that position.
And what about for volunteers or any other positions?
Any other volunteers, we do have a volunteer sign-up sheet that you can apply to be a volunteer on a committee. And then we appoint them.
And then what happens after someone applies for that? Because I know you've requested that people become more involved, but is there a process on what happens after that is submitted?
Well, after it's submitted and there is an opening, we'll review the applications and we'll pick one and announce at the next meeting. We do have, I think, one or two tonight to approve.
So there's no formal process or
No,
policies?
no. No, it's all done at the public meeting and we discuss it then. We review it prior, the applications.
Okay. And what about the internal HR policies and procedures of the township? Are those something that's available to the public to review? Not the actual files, but what policies and procedures that you have on file and are practicing?
Okay, it's not really any policies and procedures. We do have an employee manual, if that is something you were interested in. And it tells all the policies of, basically the human resources.
Mhm. Okay, but you guys don't have any formal HR policies that you? kind
It's
of
our
abide by,
employee manual,
Just your
which
employee.
would be, right.
Okay. And is there a technical human resources point of contact for our township, or does someone just kind of do that stuff?
No, it would be our secretary treasurer.
And who is that?
Well, right now it's Shanna.
Okay. All right, that was all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, are there any other comments? Okay, I'll put your name down on the sheet.
I put it down back there.
No, it's not back.
I put it down
It's
back
on
there.
now. There's another sheet.
I got up and walked back and wrote my name down.
Okay.
Jamie Lagana, 535 East Butter Road. So when you guys came in here and just went through that whole gamut of nominations, obviously you already had that pre-done, pre-picked, who was voting who to make the time go by, and I respect that. When was that executive session, because you didn't announce it like you're required to?
We didn't have an executive session.
You don't need an executive session.
So, okay, so you had a meeting outside of the public meeting to decide who's nominating one who?
No, no.
These are all nominations that have been the same for the last, what, 3
Several
years?
Yeah,
So coming,
excuse me.
coming into this meeting, you guys did not discuss at all who was nominating who.
No, no.
And you expect us to believe that, right? I mean,
It's,
it looked pretty rehearsed, that's why I'm
No,
asking.
we have an agenda right here, I think you have it too. Ours has who held that position
who held
last.
the position last year.
It's not rocket science.
And the thing is, I'm in charge of administration. I'm the pencil pusher. So of course, it makes sense for me to be in charge of administration. And of course, he is the one that should be, he knows about trucks and everything. I don't know a grader from a, I don't know what the other things are. Backhoe, there you go. So of course, he's the one that knows all that, so he should be in charge of those. It's just common sense. It's just common sense.
It was just
And then,
a
of
common
course-
sense question to ask if you guys had already.
No, we
met
don't
prior
have
to
an
this meeting
executive
to
session,
go
we
over
don't
that.
discuss it before time. It's just that this is what was on for last year. And whoever, you know, if somebody says, no, I don't, of course I want to be on Northern Regional, because I'm a big part of Northern Regional. So if I decided I didn't want to be on there, I would vote no. I don't want to be on there. I would tell them at the public meeting, no, I don't want that position.
So exactly how many different roles or seats are each of you going to be in, or are you in?
I'm personally in 4,
Thank you, John.
yes. And just to kind of piggyback on what Loretta
And I'm on
said.
4.
Yeah, so, it plays on some of our strengths, like a lot of my
Brian's
background
on four.
is I've been in corporate, before, so I understand a lot of, some of the process and procedures. So a lot of my roles are tied into, some of what's happening on, the York County side, as well as some of the planning commission, involvement. And it doesn't, as a liaison, doesn't mean that we are absorbed full-time into that. We're pulled in as needed or as meetings dictate.
Yep, that's understood. I'm just doing my math here.
Yep.
So that's 12 positions amongst 3 of you,
And each of us have 4.
4, 8, 12. There's 12 amongst all of you. It kind of looks like maybe it would benefit the township to have more supervisors on board than just 3. So,
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Did you have your name on it?
I didn't, I just thought maybe I would pop up, I wasn't going to.
Okay,
Jennifer Fry, 1515 Bowers Bridge Road. In late November, I submitted on behalf of the community a joint resident complaint regarding our zoning officer, Bethany Inman. I understand that you received that on December 3rd, and on December 11th, I received an email from John confirming that you guys had received that and that you'd be looking into it. I'm just wondering where you are in that process and when the community can expect to hear your thoughts and any resolution on that.
Okay, I'm not sure what answer that you were looking for. There was a complaint and we addressed that complaint. That was internal
And what was the
HR,
outcome?
excuse me?
So you addressed it, but the community has no idea the outcome. We asked you to address several things. And in the meantime, after submitting that complaint, her husband continued to harass and be a menace to members of the community,
Okay.
myself included.
All right.
He potentially has a civil defamation suit headed his way. So, we would just like to know what you plan to do about it, what the plans are for the future. If he
Okay, and you were correct on that. That is a civil matter, and you do what you need to do as far as a civil matter. He is not an employee of the township, and we cannot regulate what he does.
We're not looking for you to regulate him.
Okay,
But I think that people would like to trust that we could trust Bethany to do her job properly and that her husband won't continue to
Okay.
intervene.
I can attest that she does her job, and she does it properly, and she does a very good job of it. So, other than that, thank you for your comments.
Sure, thank you.
All right, at this time, we'll close the
I have
floor.
one.
Were you on the agenda also?
No, but she sparked something.
Okay, so from now on, that's
Well,
what we'll
how would I
do.
know, she sparked Mary Ann Albright, 775 Greensbridge Road. Jamie had said about an HR department, or Melissa did. So if you don't have an HR department, can you run down how this is handled internally? Like if you don't have an HR department, who handles the complaint?
I handle it because I'm in charge of administration.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. I just want to know the chain of command, and then who puts out the discipline or the,
I write the disciplinary actions and put it in their employee file.
okay. All right, all I wanted to know.
All right, thank you.
That's what, once the meeting's going, your mind
Okay.
starts going.
All right. Just give your name and address, please. Oh, okay. I didn't recognize you, Kathy, I'm sorry.
The gentleman who mentioned about you each have 4, do you feel you're being spread too thin? Because Ms. Wilhite, in the spring, I contacted you twice by email with no reply concerning the speeding on Copenhagen Road. And I'm sure people have known here that our garage was smashed into due to speeding on Copenhagen Road. And I think it was Shauna, who actually was the one who ended up helping me to get another sign up for the, to show people how fast they're going. Now,
I don't think it was, and I think you're misled on that, because anytime you email me, I emailed you back, and I'm the one that's in charge of the Northern Regional. So I contacted them immediately, and I had,
no, I even told her that you're not contacting.
okay, I contacted Northern Regional,
But you were
and I had them put,
contact me about,
excuse me, there's only one person can talk at a time.
Right.
I
She
put-
has the
You
floor for
believe
5
me.
minutes. She has the
I
floor for
had-
5 minutes.
I had Northern Regional come out, and they put a sign up there for 60 days.
that was last year, with no result.
Well, of course it was last year, it was 2025.
No, this was 2024. 2025, she helped get a sign out there. We have seen up to 63 miles an hour on Copenhagen Road in our area.
And why did you see that?
Because I'm outside reading it.
Because the sign's there.
Yeah, all it does is tell them how fast they're going. It's not being resolved. There needs to be a 4-way there, or lesser speed limit, or something. It took us almost a year to get our garage fixed. We're still 10,000 in the hole for something we weren't even involved with because of speeding on that road. But you're okay to call me because there's peats in the road that aren't even ours that are being hit. Next is gonna be a child.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to close, one more. We're have a lot to go over tonight, so we are going to keep it at 30 minutes. And I'm glad you're feeling better.
A lot better than what I was.
Okay.
28 and a half hour days helping a friend move kind of knocks your immunity system down. So,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, James Ander, 830 Burma Road. I'm going to start off with compliments. I want to thank you because you're at least responding to some of our questions. I'm up here to let you know that Chairperson Wilhite reached out to me after the last meeting and said, you have questions, supply them. We'll try and get you answers. I've just been too busy to supply them. So,
And I think Josh also gave you that information.
what I'm here to talk about, though, is a recently adopted rule. Once again, although contentious it may be, you all at least are trying to answer questions. Planning Commission, as of December, released that nice little set of rules that said there will be no more Q&A. And I find difficulty with that because although it may be contentious in spirit, it's sounding as if we go to them and they're just going to talk, and if they feel the benevolence to maybe say something, so be it. I'm trying to understand why they did away with the Q&A. I asked them when it was a surprise, with only less than a couple day notice or so, of why it was suddenly instituted for the Planning Commission meetings. All of them seemed to play, they didn't know what was going on, how it was done, etc. My video from the Planning Commission November shows that if anybody wants to see it. What I'm asking of you all is, do you believe there should be a Q&A period in a planning commission, even if it's knocked down a certain amount of time or not, where we actually have a right to be able to say, hey, we have a question about what's something going on, versus them saying, nope, we don't have to give you answers anymore. What is each of your opinions?
Well, that is a policy that a lot of the townships have, that it's a comment section and it's not a question and answer. And they're not obligated to answer any questions. And also, if we ask you a question, you're obligated not to have to answer us also. But I feel that if you have a question and you came here and you asked that question, I think you deserve an answer. So as far as this board, if it doesn't get out of hand, you know, we're going to take your questions.
Thank you. And I'm going to admonish, ask, plead, every last one of you. As Chairperson Wilhite just said, you can ask the questions. And I plan on asking questions the next Planning Commission, and I'm going to pause and I'm going to let them know this is where you decide to not answer the public. But I'm still going to ask questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm afraid to ask. Anybody else?
Yep.
No efforts.
Yep.
No efforts.
And I'm just asking to please be respectful.
Sure. Like before,
Your name and address.
yeah, Jennifer Campbell, 1480 Conewago Creek Road. For one, just like he said, I'd like to have answers. And the last meeting when we were here, we got blown out. And they wouldn't answer nothing.
Are you talking about the planning?
Yes, I am,
Okay.
okay? I don't think it's right that we ask a question and you all are like, don't want to answer it. It's wrong, completely wrong. Next fact is, I know you are definitely with trucks, and I've been in the construction business, and I know Josh and quite a few other ones, and I know you probably know who I am, just because of having the dump truck of my own. But we have on Strangetown Road, no trucks are supposed to be going onto Canal Road. And there is a sign that states, no trucks, certain weight limit. We're still having trucks go on that road. I've done called PennDOT, I've addressed it, they went out. I've had this meeting, a few different questions with PennDOT. Nobody wants to stand up
I'm not trying to down the police department, but somebody's gotta enforce it. Because that bridge that goes over that creek is compromised. And I'm tired of driving my car over it, let alone my motorcycle. And if that bridge breaks, so help me God, I will sue every last one of you all.
Are you talking about at the end of Air Road? Is that
No,
the-
ma'am, I'm not. I'm talking about the one, well, I guess it is actually
Okay,
at the end of
okay,
Bear
all
Road,
right.
but it's actually more or less at the end of the section there where the new warehouses and
Okay.
all that are going in. But that bridge is compromised badly.
That's on the agenda,
Yeah, but I understand that, point blank, I get it that it's on the agenda, but there are signs. God damn it, do your job,
Yeah.
and at least get a police officer out there to watch it,
okay.
because them
And,
trucks are overweight.
okay, all
I
right.
know, because I've been in a dump truck, and out of 20-some years that I've actually owned my company, I have not once, ever, been on a road that I was not supposed to be on. And it's like now it's all willy-nilly, nobody gives a crap.
Yeah. And I
When
appreciate
somebody
you
gets
being,
killed, then you'll all be crying.
and I appreciate you being respectful on that and obeying the signs. It doesn't matter how many signs we put up. Matter of fact, our budget this year for signs is over $10,000.
Yeah, I get it. The comment to Josh, and I'm not trying to bash you, Josh. Me and you have been friends for a long time. The thing of it is, there is multiple ways to get these trucks and to get them off that bridge. Make them go up the trail. Come down the main road and go back up Ford Road. Go down and drop down off of either Willow Spring or Espresso Way. There's no reason, none, for them trucks to be on that section of Canal Road, let alone coming down Conewago Creek or anywhere of that, of that whole town, part of Strange Town. None.
You
There's
understand-
no
you
reason.
understand all state roads there, too.
What's that?
Township has no jurisdiction over those roads.
Okay, but yet he says you guys you guys can take care of all that.
No, that's state road. We have
I
no
understand
control.
that it's a state road.
Yeah.
My road is
You
a
can
state
take
road.
signs up
But
there.
Josh already said, it's because it's a local delivery. No, I don't give a crap if it is. There is other ways around. They should not have to be on them back roads.
And I'd give them that direction.
But Josh, you told me last time
I
here,
can't make them go somewhere they don't want to.
it-
I understand what
then
you're saying.
give them a ticket. Send them boys out. Give them a ticket.
Okay, now that's right at at our section where Northern York County Regional has jurisdiction and York County Regional on the other
It
side of
doesn't
the
matter,
bridge.
then somebody needs to get a hold of either one of the police departments and
Why we
get
have
them
a
out there.
Okay,
Give them a ticket.
all right,
It's the only way they're gonna learn, because I'm telling you, their pocket don't wanna be hurt with a fine, because it's a hellacious fine.
Okay.
Make,
Raise money for the police department.
okay,
Fines.
all right. Thank you, Mrs. Campbell.
Why we have a liaison?
All right, at this time, we'll close the floor to public comments and we'll continue with the meeting. Okay, we have, well, first of all, I asked to be on the agenda. So, public comments, the session is over, and so my statements are statements and they're not open for comments. So we're just going to continue on with that. Just to do a recap of last year of 2025. Excuse me, is there something you need to share? Okay. Last year was tragic and turbulent. 7 police officers were shot in York County. 4 were killed and 3 seriously injured. 5 of the 7 were from our Northern York County Regional Police Department. Excuse me, my allergies are crazy tonight. It started in February, on February 22nd, with a shooting at UPMC Hospital, just a few miles away from here. Officer Andrew Duarte was killed in the line of duty. Even though he was from the West York Police Department, it still had ties with our township. Our police officers responded, and one was seriously wounded in the leg. He is since recovering and is back to duty. Also, the West York Chief of Police is a Conewago Township resident. I don't know if anybody knew that, but he's been a longtime resident of Conewago. Just a few months later, on September 17th, a second police shooting incident took place in North Cadorus Township. 3 officers were killed in the line of duty. Detective Mark Baker, Detective Isaiah Emmenheiser, Detective Sergeant Cody Becker. Excuse me. 2 other officers were seriously injured. One from the Sheriff's Department and the other an officer with Northern York County Regional Police Department. After multiple surgeries and rehabilitation, which is anticipated to take 18 to 24 months, they both hope to return to duty. And to add to that, we had the controversial data center projects. In the August minutes, it was stated that the Planning Commission is meeting to discuss the data centers. Nothing came to the supervisors as yet, except just for public comments. And of course, they were all noted. When I first heard about the data center, it was suggested to go directly to the supervisors. At that point, I said, absolutely not. I want as many eyes on this as possible. I said it needed to go to our planning board as well as York County Planning Commission. Our planning board is listening to the residents' concerns and doing their own research before any recommendations are made. They came up with some suggestions to regulate where data centers can go and put regulations on the operating of the facility. Brian Klinger has no input on any of this. And these guys don't know I wrote this. He recused himself from any discussions. He does not attend any meetings, such as the planning board meetings or internal legal or planning discussions. So that being said, the responsibility will eventually go to the remaining 2 supervisors. Since it started, John and I have been harassed and disrespected. People can disagree with us, but do so in a respectful, civil way. By calling us names such as a fool, uneducated, greedy, corrupt, illiterate, are not ways to communicate. We were threatened with recalls and impeachments. I was also approached at the last planning meeting by a man that gave me 2 options. One option was to get rid of Brian Klinger and put him in Brian's seat, or option 2, he would run against me in 2028, take me out and take my seat. Threatening the 2 people who would ultimately make this decision is not smart. Threats and intimidations will not work. We are not the enemy. We are residents, just like all of you. So much nonsense is put on Facebook. I think there are around 6 different Facebook pages referring to the data center. The information put on there, normally I would call a lie, but to be politically correct, from now on, I will call them factual inaccuracies. Now, I know that's a term that's going to be on Facebook when, after the meeting, people's going to quote me on that one. Just because you say something over and over again, it does not make it true. You can say the sky is green over and over, but it's not going to change. It's still blue. The information, there are only about 10 to 15 residents that percolate these factual inaccuracies. My name is referenced daily, multiple times daily on these pages. It's quoted that Loretta said, bragging about the sewer rates not going up. That's not true. I didn't brag about the sewer rates not going up. I bragged because our township taxes haven't gone up for the last 15 years. After the planning meeting, I wrote thank you concerns. Thank you for your concerns. Your concerns are valid and real, and we hear you. And we like you to have your input, and it's valuable to us. And also there were complaints about the website, and I said we will take a look at the website and make it more user-friendly. And also, if you want correct, accurate information, please attend the township meetings or contact the township. When that was put on Facebook, it just said, Loretta Wilhite said, thanks for coming to the meeting, and she'll look at the website. I mean, that's all it said. So I wrote back to him and said, that is inaccurate, you need to post my whole post. It was also said on the website that, no disrespect, but Loretta will be dead and gone, and she does not care what happens to the township. Now, they said no disrespect, but I think that was very disrespectful. I may not be here, but a part of my heart will always be here. My sons, my daughter-in-laws, 4 grandchildren, 1 great-grandson, and in June, my first great-granddaughter, and they all live in Conewago Township, as well as nieces and nephews. So yes, I do care about the future of Conewago Township. As far as my age, I'm proud of my age and what I went through and accomplished in my life. When a baby is born, the clock starts ticking, and they have an expiration date, and only one person knows that date. So don't be in such a hurry to count me out. God still has plans for me. I will never respond to any social media post again. When I do, they're either never posted or are out of context, or I get negative replies. The administrators are so biased, and most of the followers, actually there's like 2,000, but most of the followers that use the page are just for Jerry Springer type entertainment. Because we just hear chuckles and giggles and, you know, it's just silly. And it's high school. As far as text amendments are concerned, we do not have any plans yet. Several draft texts were submitted, but they were not appropriate for our township. The meeting listed on December 22nd did not take place. There was a, what for picture is that? There was a, somebody asked for a right to know, and in one of the right to knows there was an email, and it was to our new attorney. Now, we did say we weren't going to work on the text amendment or anything about the data center until the beginning of the new year. So this was sent out to Brett Flowers, our new attorney that deals with the data centers. Said, good morning, Brett. I received an email from Loretta. She would like to do a meeting before the end of the year. Now, Josh, you put 2925. 900 years in advance. That being said, how about Monday, December 22nd, between 9 and 10? So that was just a question to them. That was